Hi, guys. I am at the Alameda Comedy Club in Alameda. You can say Alameda. I'm in the Alameda Comedy Club in Northern California. It's across the Bay Bridge from my family. So it's been a fantastic Valentine's weekend in that I've gotten to perform 3 shows. I've got one more left. And I think we had 6 seats available for the whole weekend. 3 out of 4 shows were sold out, and we sold some tickets online. Some of the 330s were able to join me. George and Hector got to see the show tonight, and that was exciting. And this is show 41, and we're 6 weeks away from it being a year. So that's like unbelievable to me. Like, we'll be at show 47, which means at that point, I missed 5 shows for either performances, driving, and 2 weeks, to be perfectly honest. Oh, look at that. Yay. Thank you. To be perfectly honest, I'm shooting a television. The Zoom went well that I told the 330 about, and I'm shooting a pilot for a television show 2 weeks from tonight. And I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to sneak away from the set and do something. Now I'm like Brett Favre. Like, I don't want to miss a game. I want to have a record of not missing, at least for the first year. I want to not miss any work, from now till the end. So here we are between shows. And, I want to talk about love and Valentine's, because I could lie to you, but what's the point? The pause for the cause, as I'm fond of saying it, the universal timeout, God hitting hey, you guys need to take a break. You need to simmer down. Like when you're a little kid and your parents make you sit still for a minute. You're like, ugh. Or like in that movie, I always reference The Christmas Story that I love. That after, Ralphie kicks the snot out of the bully, his mom, like, he's still so ramped up, and his mom tells him, like, hey, just wash your face. And it's such a beautiful scene in the movie. It's the rest of the movie's a little bit kitsch, but the fact that the mother doesn't rat him out to his father, that it's their intimate secret, and that she just can see how distraught he is, and she takes the washcloth and she's like, calm down, Ralphie. And I feel like that's what this is. Like, I very much have framed it as, this is, I'm comfortable with the word God. Some people aren't. I always say, if you don't like God, add an extra O. Nobody has an issue with good. And I feel like that's what the universe is doing to all of us. It's saying, calm down, Ralphie, like, take a breath. Like, we've all been going so fast, and we're competitive, and we feel bullied, and we feel like we're not getting enough attention, and our social platforms aren't big enough. And now all of a sudden, I've had this 10 months, and I'm writing this 11, and I'm writing this whole bit about how this 11 months has been like going to school to get a master's in Monique, to understand what happened, why it happened, how it happened, and to celebrate it, and to realize that none of it was a failure, and everything was an opportunity, and everything I did got me here. And oddly enough, I don't have a Valentine. I'm having dinner tomorrow night with my friend Janie, and I've never felt more in love with the world. I've never felt more love for my audiences. The last 3 shows have been like, they've had almost a dream-like quality, as if, there was something that happened, and then I woke from a dream, and there I was on stage behind a mic, facing beautiful, wonderful people. And yes, I've had a couple of live shows in Colorado Springs, and even at this very club in October. But there's something about the energy right now, maybe it's because I believe we're closer to the end than to the beginning, that feels dreamy and creamy and wonderful and beautiful, like some sort of impressionist painting of how the world is going to be after this. And I feel like I've learned to love. You too, Tom? I'm so glad. Tom is one of the 330s. And I feel like I've learned a new way to love that has everything to do with connection and nothing to do with attachment. I'm not attached to anything. whatever. If something happens and I can't stay in my apartment, so be it. It's been a good ride. I've loved it. If I have to downsize, if I don't ever get back on cruise ships, if I don't find a way, and I don't believe any of this to be true. But the beautiful thing is, the less I care, the more I don't believe any of it to be true. The less I'm attached to any sort of status or outcome or lifestyle, the more there's a part of me that's like, that's the very reason why you will have it, and why on the other side of this, you will prosper and do better than you've ever done, because it will feel that way no matter what happens. No matter what happens, I already feel fortunate and blessed. Even if I had to go, I feel like I got here. I got to live in this wonderful apartment. I got to do these things. And whatever comes next is going to have its own type of beauty. And I don't say these things lightly. I was thinking about it all week about, well, you're only going to have a few minutes between shows, Monique. What do you want to say? Make it matter. You know, you're taking people's time. And interestingly enough, I know during COVID, a lot of people feel like, you know, I call it the pause for the cause, but a lot of people feel like I got nothing but time. I got nowhere I got to be. I'm happy, you know. But even still, it's just the opposite. I've just, you know, I try to make my messages tighter and brighter and more to the point. Even the 3:30s are a little bit shorter than they used to be, because I feel like I know what I want to say to you before I say it. I've gotten used to it. 320 something shows in. I know what I want to do. I want to say something that uplifts you and encourages you and makes you feel part of a community. That's the goal. And tonight, I wanted to say something that made you feel my new understanding at this level, post-pause, of how I experience and feel love, and how I will continue to experience and give love. And, you know, even in my interpersonal relationships, even if they're like platonic girlfriends, the friends that I have, I love more. People that were sort of on the periphery, I still give them love. You know, I go up, if I'm on social media and somebody's picture flashes in front of me, and I feel like I haven't talked to her in a long time, and I don't know that we're going to resume like we were before COVID, but there's no harm in giving her love and clicking that you like it, or telling somebody they look lovely, or encouraging their work. Like, it's so easy to be a lover, and there's no reason. Oh, thank you. Somebody just said I had countless Valentines. It's so easy to be a lover in every sense of the word now, and there's no reason to be a hater. Like, if there's one thing that I hope this situation gave us time to think about while we were, you know, wiping our faces with the metaphorical washcloth, it's how all of that needs to just stay here and not come out when we get to go out. Just leave it in your house. You know, you don't carry your garbage with you. You don't get in your nice car and throw a garbage bag in the back seat, do you? You don't say, you know what, I'm going to just take, you know, everything in my house that's broken. We all have broken stuff. We all have old extension cords, but you don't carry it with you. You don't take it places. You don't exhibit it. You don't put it on parade. Most people have their garbage in a bin, in a drawer, under their sink, tied in a knot. You take it to the garbage bin. Let's think about the parts of our lives that are truly rubbish, that are garbage, and the things that are broken and they don't work and we don't need them. And let's not carry them around anymore. I understand not everybody can empty their trash as easily as I can. I get that. But I'm hoping that if I paint just the right picture and metaphor, that you'll think about it and you'll think, I don't have to take my trash with me when I go out again. I don't have to have a backseat full of broken parts. We don't have to do that. I'm done. Like, I've emptied all the trash in my house, and when I'm aware, I let it go. So they're talking in the background because the shows are sold out, and people are like, are you sure you can't stuff us in the corner? Yes, I'm going to Arizona. Oh, Martina. Yeah, Arizona is going to be a lot of fun, Tina. That's at a place called Stir Crazy, and that's the end of next month. And again, it's 2 shows. No, it's 1 show a night. So I may have to do my performance a little bit late, but we'll figure out a way that I'll get on here on a Saturday from Arizona. But I've got to get ready to do my next show. It's after 8. We started a little bit late, but I like to be aware of what's going on. And I hope that you understand what I'm saying and you take it with the intention that I sent it, in the vein in which I've spoken it, which is that I very much love you. And I don't mean that lightly as I stare into the camera. I mean, I know a lot of you. I can't possibly know everybody that's seeing this. But the fact that you've given me your time and your attention with good intention, it's very easy for me to say, I'm grateful. I love you. I want you to have a blessed Valentine. I will be your Valentine. If you don't have another one, I'm your de facto Valentine as you are mine. And I'll end this little fun piece of love by, like I always do, love hard. And I mean it now more than ever before. Forgive harder. Believe me, this has all gone to another level for me. And get as happy as you can, as fast as you can. And I say that knowing full well that Disneyland is not reopened. It's on us. But it will open again someday, just as comedy clubs are. So I'll see you guys next week, and we'll have a full and regular show. And again, I love you to pieces, and I'm grateful for you. So good night, Producer Stanton. Thanks for making this happen for me. And we'll see each other at 3:30 tomorrow, those of you who are going to join me then. So good night, and thank you. I want to tell you that I'm feeling close.